There are certain people in the world who seem almost untouchable, whose presence feels larger than life, whose laughter and talent make it easy to believe they have always existed in a place beyond hardship. Whoopi Goldberg is one of those rare figures. For decades, she has made audiences laugh until they could hardly breathe, moved them to tears with unforgettable performances, and challenged them to think about life in deeper ways. Yet behind every smile, every award, and every standing ovation is a story shaped not only by success, but by struggle, survival, and resilience. At 70 years old, Whoopi's journey reminds us that greatness is never born from ease alone. Her life is not simply a tale of fame, but of endurance, courage, and the extraordinary strength of the human spirit. Humble beginnings in a world of scarcity. Whoopi Goldberg was not born into glamour or privilege. She entered the world as Karen Elaine Johnson on November 13, 1955, in a modest housing project in Manhattan. Her childhood was shaped by poverty in the most real and unforgiving sense, the kind that leaves marks long after circumstances change. Her father left when she was very young, leaving her mother, Emma, to carry the weight of raising a family alone. Emma worked tirelessly as a nurse and teacher, juggling multiple jobs just to provide the basics. Karen grew up knowing what it meant to go without, to stretch meals, to wear clothes that had already lived too many lives, and to witness how survival itself could become a daily routine. Those early years were not cushioned, but they forged endurance and planted the first seeds of resilience that would define her life. School struggles and feeling misunderstood. For Karen, school was not a safe escape, but another battlefield. Teachers labeled her slow, classmates teased her, and she struggled deeply with reading and writing. She failed tests repeatedly and began to believe the cruel assumptions others placed on her. For years, she carried the painful thought that she was somehow less capable or less intelligent. It was only much later that she learned she had dyslexia, a learning difference that made traditional education far more difficult. But in those early years, there was no understanding, only blame. By the age of 16, overwhelmed and discouraged, she dropped out of school. Though it was a decision born of frustration, it also became part of the foundation that shaped her empathy for others who feel unseen or misunderstood. Growing up too fast and carrying responsibility. Life demanded adulthood from Karen long before she was ready. As a teenager, she faced responsibilities that no young person should have to endure so early. She became a young mother, navigating the complexities of parenthood while still trying to understand herself. Those experiences brought vulnerability, fear, and immense pressure, but they also awakened strength. Motherhood became both a challenge and a driving force, shaping her fierce determination to survive, provide, and protect. It also sparked within her a lifelong compassion for women facing difficult circumstances, reinforcing her understanding that life can ask too much of people too soon. Escaping through darkness and finding her way back. Like many who experience early hardship and trauma, Karen sought escape in unhealthy ways. She experimented with substances, including drugs that offered temporary relief, but ultimately deepened her struggles. Addiction became another battle, threatening to pull her under. Yet her story is not one of being consumed, but of emerging. Through persistence, self-awareness, and sheer will, she fought her way out of that darkness. Those experiences taught her a hard truth. Avoidance never heals pain, it only delays it. Her journey through substance use also shaped her compassion for others struggling with addiction, reminding her that people are rarely broken, only burdened. Journey west in learning survival through work. After leaving school and facing the weight of early motherhood, Karen journeyed westward, searching for opportunity and purpose. She took on every job imaginable, waiting tables, laying bricks, working in funeral homes, doing whatever was necessary to survive. Each job taught her humility, resilience, and the dignity of hard work. She also began teaching acting classes, mentoring young performers, planting seeds of creativity even while still struggling herself. These years were not glamorous, but they were essential. They built the foundation of the woman the world would come to know as Whoopi Goldberg, a performer shaped by life, not sheltered from it. fear, courage, and the cost of chasing dreams. In 1978, an experience in San Diego left her with a lasting fear of flying after witnessing a terrifying accident. For years, that fear kept her grounded. Yet when her career demanded travel, she confronted it, stepping onto planes despite panic. This willingness to face terror for the sake of growth became a hallmark of her life. At the same time, she was raising her daughter as a single mother, balancing survival with ambition, uncertainty with hope. Those struggles strengthened her resolve and deepened her empathy, shaping the emotional depth she would later bring to her performances. Motherhood as strength and sacrifice. Being a single mother in her early 20s was an extraordinary challenge. Whoopi had to be everything at once: provider, protector, nurturer, and dreamer. Poverty added daily stress, but she refused to let her daughter grow up feeling as vulnerable as she had. Motherhood demanded sacrifice, patience, and resourcefulness, and it shaped her into a woman of fierce resilience. Even when life felt unstable, she held on to one promise: she would keep going, no matter how hard it became. Finding her voice through performance. Whoopi's first steps into entertainment were small, but her talent was undeniable. In the early 1980s, she began landing minor roles, yet it was her one-woman show in 1983 that truly changed everything. Through raw monologues filled with humor, pain, and honesty, she captivated audiences. She made people laugh, cry, and reflect, all within the same breath. Broadway took notice, and she performed sold-out shows that tested her endurance. Those performances revealed her gift, the ability to transform personal struggle into art that resonated with the world, Hollywood breakthrough, and recognition. In 1985, Steven Spielberg cast her in The Color Purple, a role that allowed her to pour her own history of hardship into every scene. Her performance earned her an Oscar nomination and introduced the world to her extraordinary depth. Then came Ghost in 1990, where she won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, becoming only the second Black woman in history to do so. Her success continued with Sister Act in 1992, a film that brought her global love and recognition. Yet even in triumph, moments of loneliness and doubt lingered, because fame can never fully erase the scars of struggle. Breaking barriers and carrying representation. Whoopi Goldberg's career has been historic not only for her talent, but for the barriers she shattered. She became the first Black woman to host the Academy Awards solo, an achievement filled with pride and pressure. She opened doors for countless performers who came after her, yet each milestone required persistence and resilience in the face of criticism, scrutiny, and the heavy expectations placed on those who represent more than themselves. Her journey was not simply about personal success, but about carving space for others. Public scrutiny and the challenges of speaking honestly. Her role as a co-host on The View introduced a new kind of challenge. Whoopi's honesty, once celebrated, often became a source of controversy. Speaking openly on sensitive topics meant navigating criticism and debate. Public life demanded constant balance, and behind the cameras, she faced the emotional toll of being a voice that could inspire but also attract backlash. These experiences reflected the complexity of being both human and highly visible in a world that rarely allows mistakes. Legacy beyond fame and giving back. Beyond awards and performances, Whoopi Goldberg's true legacy lies in her advocacy and compassion. She has used her influence to support social justice, women's rights, and younger generations of performers. She has mentored talent, spoken out on issues that matter, and shown that success means little without purpose. Her life reflects a commitment not only to entertainment, but to impact. Conclusion: celebrating the spirit behind the star. Whoopi Goldberg's life is a testament to resilience, from childhood poverty to personal loss, health battles, and the relentless pressures of fame. She has endured more than most. Yet through it all, she has remained honest, compassionate, and fearless in her humanity. Her story encourages us to find courage in vulnerability, to persevere through hardship, and to transform pain into purpose. In celebrating Whoopi, we celebrate not just her talent, but the enduring human spirit that allows us all to rise, to create, and to leave something meaningful behind.